Hey, what's up, guys? This is your girl Tracy with Treseysworld, and today I have another video for you. I know, 2 days in a row. Listen, I am back to trying to do more videos because I fell off for a very long time, and I'm so happy to be back. And if you didn't watch the last video, go ahead and watch it. I explained everything that has been going on with me, and we're going to leave it at that because I'm over talking about it at this point. I'm all about getting better on the road to recovery and just getting back to my normal self or my new normal, whatever that is. But as you can see today, this is my shower curtain because we are in the bathroom and we're about to do something in the bathroom. So stay tuned and check out this video. You don't want to miss it. So I live in a very small house. Okay, it's a small house. It has a beautiful yard. It has some beautiful things going on for it. But the biggest thing that it does not have is any type of hookup for washer and dryer connects. I can't always fill up a laundry basket, haul it off in my car, drive it over to the laundromat, and wash my clothes. And I definitely don't want to get laundry service. That's just me. I like to do my own laundry, take care of my own personal, items, So I had to figure out a way to make it work. So my mom was saying they sell, the smaller washer and dryers for apartment size. And so I went on Amazon because Amazon has everything, right? Amazon literally has everything. If you are thinking of it, it's on Amazon. I kid you not. And since quarantine, I've been on Amazon, Amazon Prime member here, and just trying to buying everything, gadgets and things like that. So, I went ahead and I looked on Amazon. There were a list of little washing machines. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know they even created those type of things. I know they had the apartment size washer and dryers, which a lot of people have, the stackables, but I didn't know they actually had little portable washer and dryers. So I decided to try one. And so what made me buy this one, it's going to be really silly right now when I tell you was the color. Because it was a purplish looking color. And so I liked the color. And I was like, okay, let's just go ahead with that one. Plus, it was very affordable. I will put the information, pricing information, the make and model that I got. I'll put it in the description section so you can check it out. But so I got this. I ordered this washer from Amazon. I get the washer. And I was so geeked about trying it out, but I was reading all these reviews and they were the hose doesn't work that connects to it to connect to a sink and all that. And I was like, oh, that's fine with me. I'll just put it in the tub, turn on the faucet, let the water from the faucet fill up the washing machine and put my detergent in it, and then make sure it's unplugged when I do that, just in case a little water decides to spill over and I don't want to get electrocuted. But yeah, I was like, I'll just do that. I'll just put it in my tub. A couple of times I actually put it on my patio and I just fill it up with the water hose and fill it up with some water and some soap, put it out there on the patio and let it do its thing. But it is nighttime right now and I do not want to go back there. It's pitch black and I live in a rural area, so there's no telling, it's gated, but we don't know what's out there right now. So we're not about to do that. But we're gonna put it. I've washed this way a couple of times. I put it in my tub. It fits. It's light. It is not very heavy. I can't do a lot of lifting right now, so I can put it in my tub, you know what I mean? But if you're going to lift it, make sure it's not full of water, right? Because that makes it really heavy and that's not, good for us to be lifting heavy things if we can avoid it. So I put it in my tub, turn on the water, let the water fill it up. Now, here's the trick. Soap. Do not fill it up like you filling up a machine, a big machine, or something that you do at the laundromat. Don't do it, because it will fill up with way too much soap, and when it spins and it rinses, it will not. The soap will cling to your clothes, and you will have to keep rinsing and rinsing and rinsing. You know, you learn by mistake. Yeah. Don't do it. I'm trying to prevent you from making that same mistake. So, put just a little bit of soap, enough to give like a real nice soapy water. Listen, I like to use Gain because Gain smells so good. You don't even need to use a lot. So just use, you're not washing a regular size load, so you don't need a regular size cap of soap, So put a little soap in there, let it get a little soapy. Put your fabric softener in there. If you're washing whites, you can put your bleach in there. Again, be what is the word? Be don't put too much in there. I can't. Okay, so let me tell you guys this. Just kind of going back to what's going on. Sometimes my words, I try to, my mind goes faster than my mouth, or my mind and my mouth isn't connecting with the words, and I'm like, what's the word? What's the word? But that's just all medication related, because I'm good, y'all. But but I was gonna say, don't use too much. Use just enough to get what you need to get done. Okay. That was what I wanted to say. So we're gonna stop talking, and we're gonna just let it do what it do. And I'm gonna wash some clothes, and I'll make sure they're like pajamas or something, because I can't put all my business all out out there in the world. So all right. Let's get started. And look, let's get started. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I am sitting in a chair. Mind you, I am not on the toilet. The toilet is on the other side. I'm sitting in my little queen chair while I do laundry. That's gonna be so amazing. It's a life changer, I'm telling you. And if you get your if you can get your little chair with some cushions, so you can be comfortable, because obviously you want to be comfortable when you do this. So what I'm going to start with doing is filling up the washer. Well, I'm going to show you the washer first, and then I'm going to fill it up with water. I'm going to put a little bit of soap in there, a little bit of fabric softener, and then we're going to get started, okay? Okay, so here is the little washing machine. So here's the timer. Goes from 0 to 15. It says time selection in case you forget. And then this is the program selection: off, wash, and spin. And then, of course, inside is the machine. Is where all the action happens in here. And that's pretty much it. It also comes with a spinning basket. We're going to talk about that and how to put that in once we finish washing. But basically, it just it goes in here. You connect it. It sits in there, and it spins the clothes to get the water out. Okay? Okay, so next what we have is this little tubing here. As you can see, it's just, this is one end, and this is the other end. So basically, it goes right here, you see, and then you would hook this part up to your faucet. So if you're using a smaller sink, then it may work. A lot of people were complaining because this end does not really fit in the faucet too well, or it leaks as you try to fill it up. But today, I am not using this at all, so we're just going to pull this out and toss it. Okay, so then also on here, on the other side, which I'm going to switch it around so you guys can see. Okay. Let me try to show it to you guys. There is this. This is the drain. This is what will drain the water out once you've washed your clothes. Even when you rinse your clothes too, you would just let it drain out. You want to make sure that this is not First of all, you want to make sure the drain is not down while you're trying to fill up the washer, or all the water is just going to come out. When you're filling up your washer, you want to pay close attention to this, because if the washer is too full of water, of course the water starts to come in here and it fills up and it'll spill out. That lets you know you have way too much water. There are lines in here, so I would say follow those lines. They're measurements. It's kind of hard to see, but there are 3 levels here. Let me see if I can show you. So there are levels. There's 1, 2, 3. So small, medium, large, I guess. You don't want to go beyond these levels or you will have too much water, okay? So right now we're going to fill this up with water. Okay, so now I'm going to place a few items in here. So I have, let's see, I have t-shirt, and I'm washing colored clothes, so I'm gonna keep it, you know, as I would in a normal washing machine, so that I won't have any color fades. And I actually use cooler water as well, just because these are black shirts. So this 1 shirt, this is 2 shirts. I'm throwing in some sweats. These are thin sweats. They're not really heavy. Okay, so it's all in there. So then we're going to close the lid. We have our soap in there. The soap, it will start to form some suds as it starts to spin, just like in a regular washing machine. But we have our soap in there. Don't be fooled and think you got to add more soap, because if you add too much soap, it is going to be hard when you try to rinse. So we're going to go ahead and get everything turned on and get started. So we are ready to get started. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to set the timer to 15. You're going to hear it. You hear it? That's the timer. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this on to wash. And as you can see, the clothes are washing. See the soap, the suds forming. It's moving those clothes around. And this is 2 t-shirts and some sweats. I'm messing with it. Those sweats are heavy, but it's still doing what it gotta do. Y'all see it? That's a tag. Don't worry about it. It's a tag on my shirt. And you can fill it up with more water. I wasn't washing very much, so. And plus, as you add the clothes, of course, the water level rises because, of course, you're putting some clothes in here. Don't put your hand in there, because take your arm off. But it's washing, like, so we're going to close that up. As you hear the noise level, it is, you know, it does make a little bit of noise. It's not crazy, though, but it does make some noise. So you can see it from down here. And that will run for 15 minutes. Once it stops, it will let you know, and then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and we'll attack the spinner. The spinner is a whole nother ball game, because sometimes it doesn't work right. So that's my only complaint about this, is the spinner. If you can, you probably should buy a separate spinner, because this one is hit or miss. But we'll try it out and see if it works today, okay? So I'll be right back. So this machine is so cool because, well, here's one of the things that I would suggest is, because we're wearing masks, it will be very good to get you one of these, because I see a lot of people just reusing masks. Listen, you got to wash out those cloth masks, like put them in the laundry, like, and having something this small, you can just pop all your mask in. a load, you know, because we wear them every day. You know, I'm hoping that you guys are washing them. But we wear different masks. I mean, I wear different masks every day because I wash them, I let one dry, you know, and I wear another one. So just poutless, putting the mask in there, it's great for that. If you have an infant or young child, washing baby clothes is, you can probably do a whole load of baby clothes in there. I also can wash sheets, but you have to wash them like one at a time. Pillowcases are fine. You cannot wash, obviously, quilts or comforters will not fit. It'll be too big, too bulky. I can wash my sweatshirts and sweatpants. I just have to like do them one at a time, which is time consuming, but it can be done. But it's really good for t-shirts, leggings. You can wash a pair of jeans in there. Pretty much anything with the exception of comforters and bigger, bulkier items. You will have to still go to your laundromat or use your regular size washing machine for those items, or oversized washing machine for comforters. But it's really cool to have. As you can hear the noise in the background, that's pretty much the noise level. Not too bad at all. If you live in an apartment, it's not going to like wake up the whole building when you wash, and it doesn't take a lot of energy to do. You just plug it in. But I mean, it's not like your electric bill or your water bill should be like skyrocketing. Unless you may be washing like 3 or 4 times a day, then you may have an issue. So we'll be right back once this rinse finishes to drain and then try with the spinner, okay? Okay, so now we're going to drain the water out. As you can see, like I was telling you, if you fill up too much, the water will come right here and it will spill over. So just make sure you do that. But we're going to go ahead and drain right now. See that? I'll let that go. Okay, so now we're going to rinse out the clothes. This is just water, no soap. It's going to rinse out everything. Make sure you put the drainage tube, pipe, whatever you want to call it, hang it back up there so all your water won't run out while you're doing it. We're going to turn the timer on just like we would with wash. All right. Okay. And we're going to let it go ahead and rinse our clothes. Rinse all that soap and fabric softener out. And rinse our clothes. And that's a bonnet at the top. Just in case anybody was wondering, I threw a bonnet in here. One of the jumbo bonnets. All right, so. About 4 minutes left on this rinse. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and this is a spinning basket. You see the little grooves on the bottom. That's how it connects. I'll be honest, this is not the best at all, but we'll go ahead and we'll put it in there. We'll turn it this way to make sure it locks. Sometimes I'll take my hand and make sure like it's in there as tight as it can be because it's gonna fly out anyways. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and that's the basket. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put something small in here just to show you guys. So this is a large jumbo bonnet, and we're gonna put it in here. We're gonna put this on top, that, and then we're gonna turn it on. It's our little dryer. It's moving, it's spinning. So like I said, on your mask, it will do very well with masks. Okay, so it has stopped, as you can see. So I guess it's done. It gives a good like 3-minute spin. It's, you know, so we'll check it out. See, it's still wet, but it's not like wringing wet. So you can now hang it up, and you shouldn't have any problems, you know, with it really getting dry. But so it's still wet, as you can see, and this was a bad example to use because of the material, but it's not like oversaturated with water right now, which is a good thing. It should dry pretty fast. So I just put a t-shirt in there. So it might not be as successful as the hair bonnet. The hair bonnet was thin, so it didn't jump around. But this t-shirt, I'm pretty sure, may have a little bit of a jumping action going. Let's take a look and see what happens. Now, it takes a minute, I'm not sure why, for it to really pick back up after it's done a spin. I guess it cools off. So we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. Cools itself off or what it does. Now you see how that jumps around? And that's only one t-shirt. See what happens? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it off. And that's because this is what happens with heavier items. This is why everyone's complaining about the spinner. You have to turn it off at that point, and we'll hold it down. Y'all get to see firsthand the foolishness when it comes to the spinner. That's why I say, you know, if you can, get a separate spinner. Okay, so we're gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it down with my hand. Oh, Jesus. Lord Jesus. I mean, we can't have everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? It'd just be, like, too perfect. So, you know, can't be too perfect. But, trying to make sure it's in there. All right. So, got to give it a little elbow action. Okay, so I'm holding it down, which is why it's going fine. You have to put pressure on it. You have to hold it down. Excuse, that's the microphone that you see in the shadow. It's weird, but I have to hold it down with my hand, my good arm. And it's basically okay now. So you just have to hold it so you guys see. And keep it from like rocking. So if you can keep it stable like that, you can spin even the heavier items, but you do have to put a little arm action in there. The only hack I can find is like holding something on the heavier items to push down to keep it in place, and like putting my hand on it, keep it from flying off. So it's just like my hand is resting on top of the Downy bottle, and it keeps it in place and it keeps it spinning. That's the only way. It's noisy too, but that's the only thing I can find that would work, you know. You have to figure out what works, but that's all I could figure out was to do this. It still moves, obviously it's moving now, but it keeps it from flying off. And it does, I'm putting just a little pressure, not too much, but just a little pressure to keep it from like flying. And I just do it for a couple of minutes because your arm will be so tired, but that's what I do. So let's take a look at the pants. As you can see, it's not wringing with water, you know, so it should dry pretty fast. It did pretty well. It did really well, actually. But yeah, it's not soaking wet. It's just damp, basically. So I can just hang these out, and they should be dry within maybe a few hours, hopefully. But yeah, that worked great. So, as you guys can see, that was doing a little laundry in a small space, and it actually works. I mean, you have to do a little hacking on the spinner. I don't like the spinner. Obviously, we should probably get a separate spinner. There are the machines that have the spinner on one side and the washer on the other, so that may be a better, setup. I don't have that item. I have the washing, the portable machine I have was like very inexpensive. So, but you can get the ones that have the double, it has the spinner separately on one side, and that may work better. I'm not sure. But this spinner on this one does not work very well, but it's okay. You can do the hack by, like I said, putting something heavier on top, but holding it down, because it will shake. First of all, it will shake violently and you don't want anything flying off and getting hurt, but you definitely want to protect your arm and your hand, and don't stick your hand in there and try to hold it. That's a bad idea because it goes really fast. But if you can hold something on top of it, something that's clean, obviously, because you don't want it to dirty up your clothes. Don't put too much pressure where you're compressing it to where you're, burning it out. But just enough where it doesn't like fly off, But anyways, that's pretty much it. You guys see I have stuff hanging around, drying stuff hanging up. But it's pretty convenient. It is very convenient. It's very, very convenient for me anyways. But I would suggest getting a separate spinner. So that is my review. I mean, I give the washer like an A, but the spinner I give it like a D because it sucks. But the washing machine does really great work. So kudos to whomever came up with this stuff. This is always amazing to me to see, you know, gadgets and things like that. So kudos to whoever came up with it. I love it. With the exception of the spinner. So yeah, so I hope this review was helpful to you guys. And all the information about this particular item, the cost, where I ordered it, the link is all in the description. This is not a sponsored ad. This is something that I actually purchased and that I actually use. So, you know, feel free to check it out. If you happen to get one, let me know how yours work. I'll be happy to hear about it. And sorry if I'm not looking in the camera. I'm not even really sure where I'm looking at right now. But you guys are so dope. Continue to be unapologetically you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Give this video a thumbs up, and I like to hear from you, okay? You guys take care. Be blessed. Bye.